Hey guys, welcome to the Days of Comics Past podcast. My name is Mike Neal. This guy sitting beside me is the one, the only Retro Bro, and this fucker on the other screen is the one and the only Caleb fucking Eugene, and he is showing his fucking face, man.
The face reveal.
Woo!
Except you can see him.
There he is, man. What's up, Caleb?
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm all right.
Man, how do you feel about showing your pretty face to everybody?
I'm not excited, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I feel bad that I went to the goatee instead of keeping the beard going because now I feel like I'm disgracing the team here.
Yeah, you shouldn't have cut your beard, man. We got to keep it strong. That's okay. That's all right.
Right.
We got a few things to
It'll
talk
grow back.
about. Got a few things to talk about. Bring up, man. It's been so we were we were supposed to do this a week ago, and we didn't do it because well, Caleb, do you want to tell the story why we didn't do that?
Really?
I forgot completely about that. Do you want to tell the story why we didn't do it?
Wow.
Yeah, we went to a cookout.
No, we didn't go to a cookout.
We went to
drunk?
we went to a brewery together.
We went to a brewery, and some things happened.
This is new information for me. What are you talking about?
Some things happened. I backed my van into a ditch, and our buddy Bo and Caleb decided to help pull the van out of the ditch, and they hooked up to my radiator and pulled my van out of the ditch by the radiator.
How come you didn't tell me about this?
Well, I think I saved it for the podcast to tell you about.
But where we hooked up at, there was no other places to hook. It was pitch black dark. It was
Dude,
It
let
was-
me
it's
tell
tough.
you, like,
What time was it?
like legitimately. It
was
probably,
like 10.
Yeah, but it was dark.
Yeah.
But where our buddy Bo lives at, I mean, he has no lights, and it is so fucking dark, dude. It's so dark.
It is.
And
it's pitch
you can't see shit. And my dumb ass, every time I've ever been to Bo's house, I always turned my car around and then drove out. But on this night, I decided to use my backup camera, and it didn't work.
Technology fails.
It failed like a
Failed you.
motherfucker. It didn't work. So, but yeah, that's the main reason we didn't do this last week, because me and Bo was putting a radiator in a van. So
I remember you texted me. You said some stuff happened with your van, but you didn't go into too much detail.
yeah,
so that's what happened.
and there's a reason. There's a reason I didn't, because we got to bring it up here.
Save it for the show. I'll save the story for the show today too.
Yeah, I think he's got a pretty good one, and we'll get to that in a second.
Definitely save that one.
But we have a couple things that we want to talk about. First of all, it's been a lot going on, and I feel like I probably missed something. But first and foremost, I want to talk about that guy right there in the middle, Joel Schumacher.
May he rest in peace.
As he passed away. A lot of people talk shit about Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. One of those
I
people,
grew up on those, man. I love them.
one of those people are me. I talk shit about it.
But if you look at them from the standard of like a Sundance Film Festival, awesome 5-star film, I guess they'd be considered bad. But the nostalgic value of growing up and seeing that when it came out is great.
Well,
I mean, you don't care about nipples on Batman until you're like 30.
Well, as a kid, I loved Batman Forever. I liked Batman and Robin. Batman Forever, to me as a kid, it was great. It was fucking great.
That was with Jim Carrey, correct?
Yes.
I mean, come on, you cannot. That Riddler was something else. I was like,
but I mean, when it comes to Batman and Robin, man, it was it's almost like they try to make it bigger. They try to make it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they try really hard
with
there.
Arnold and Uma, and it's like they try to make it bigger almost.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Batman and Robin the one where "Kiss from a Rose" is part of the soundtrack, or is that Batman Forever?
I think that's Forever.
Yes. The funny thing about that is I didn't know that Seal wrote that song for the movie.
Yeah,
when you see
yeah, it took me a while to figure it out too.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you
Like,
what.
because I watched the movie as a kid, and then the song came back up, and then I looked into it, and I was like, "Well, daggone, he wrote that for the movie."
Right. I didn't realize until like a couple years ago when I watched DVD again.
I will tell you this though, Batman and Robin, the soundtrack is pretty fucking good. It's got those two really good Smashing Pumpkin songs on it.
Right.
So I mean, do you know what I'm talking about, Caleb? The
I
beginning is the
faintly-
end, the end is like something
Yeah.
like that. The beginning,
Faintly.
the
I
beginning is the
definitely know
end,
the Smashing
is the
Pumpkins,
beginning, and then it's like the end. The end is the beginning is the end, or something. It's they're
Every
great
new
songs.
beginning
They're
is like
great
some
songs.
other beginnings in that thing.
No, fuck no. Where are you? Oh,
I just
after
sang
this is
closing
over-
time
Over this is
and mistaked it was
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins. How many
Yeah.
viewers do we have? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna we'll let you hear the real song in a little bit.
I heard the lyrics and I fucked up. I'm sorry.
But I will say, Caleb, let me ask you this. When I seen Joel Schumacher died, I started thinking about it for a second, and I could not remember what the Batman and Robin Batmobile looked like. Can you picture that in your head? Because I can picture every Batmobile except for the Batman and Robin one.
No, I can't picture that right offhand.
Can you?
Not like I exactly know that that's it. I can picture a bunch of Batmobiles in my head, but I don't know
But
which
I
one's
could
Batman
not
Forever.
picture it. And you know what? I'm gonna bring up a picture of it. There it is.
Oh shit! There's some
And
awesome
I'm a-
toys come out for that one too.
And I'm gonna tell you what. When I look at it now, I still don't fucking remember it. I really don't remember it. I don't know if
Maybe they didn't show it much in the movie.
They may not. They may not have. It's really not that cool. It's overdone,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I guess when it boils down to it, I kind of feel like they overdid everything after Batman Forever. I mean, Batman Forever.
They always try to up themselves with each new film.
Well, Batman Forever, it was like a really detailed and kind of over the top Batmobile, and with this one, it's like they try to do like you couldn't really beat it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not like you could really one up that Batmobile, and then you ended up with this. So I don't know.
Remember you mentioned the soundtrack? Bone Thugs and Harmony is on Batman Forever soundtrack. The song "Look
no,
Into
I think it's
My
Batman.
Eyes."
I think that's Batman and Robin.
Is it?
I think it's Batman.
So I just
and
made
Robin.
another mistake.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. Batman and Robin had a good soundtrack, man. As I remember as a kid. I mean, I had the soundtrack. I had that fucking CD.
I could have swore Batman Forever had the Bone Thugs too, but it might have been just the seal for that one. I don't know.
It may have been. But yeah, Joel died, and I did not know this. But Joel Schumacher was a gay dude. I didn't know it.
I didn't know that either.
And it seems that he was like a real I guess a big advocate in the gay community and everything. But I'm gonna have to Google this real quick because I can't remember. But he claimed to have slept with like 20,000 men, and this is shit that I just.
That's kind of badass though for like
Yeah, I
sexual
mean-
standards. His body count's crazy.
He must have been like really strict about who he slept with.
20,000 men.
Because like that's like
20,000
you have
men.
a good chance of getting AIDS or something doing that.
Now,
You know?
I'm like, I was watching another podcast and this got brought up, and I kind of felt like I had to bring it up. They did the math, and it's like crazy. Like, you would have to bang like one or two dudes a day.
Yeah,
To fucking have
that's a
those
lot of
numbers.
that's a lot of people.
Like, that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the question.
Why did you look that of all the information you can look up about Joel Schumacher? You look up how many dudes this man has slept with.
Dude,
It's Mike, man.
he claims to have slept
What
with.
kind of cereal did he like, Mike?
He
What was his
claimed-
thing? What was his dog's name?
He claims
Fuck.
to have slept with
That's-
20,000 men.
That
Dude.
is Mike, man.
20,000 men. 20,000 people.
What were his other movies besides
I bet Elton John has
the
him beat.
Batman ones though?
Nobody cares. We're talking about how many men he fucked right now. Okay.
Man, come on,
Now,
bro.
like,
Stop.
so hold on. So
come
here's the
on.
question: did he take 20,000 penises?
I'm pretty sure he was a
You know what
giver
I'm
and not a
saying?
catcher. If you're fucking like
Did
that,
he-
you're probably the
I
fucker,
mean,
not the fuck
That's
you.
a whole lot of fucking dick, man.
You never know. He could have been a switch.
Was he the one doing
Is there
the dicking
anything
down?
else we
I'm
should
just
talk about
saying.
in his
All
dead
right.
name?
All right. Well, look, you know what? We'll go on. We'll leave
Thank
it
you,
alone.
Corey. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you so
uh,
much.
In other Batman news, this guy right here, Michael Keaton. He's
Oh,
supposed to
yeah.
be
That
coming
was
back
exciting.
as Batman.
That was
exciting.
Caleb, can you tell us what his role is? What they're thinking that his role is going to be.
I don't know.
Pitching him.
It's Flashpoint. He's
going
gonna be Thomas Wayne. He's gonna be Thomas Wayne.
Balls.
Yeah. I
Number
don't know.
one, they've already said that he's not going to be Thomas Wayne.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I
Not
stand
going to be
corrected.
Thomas Wayne. Why would you? I mean, like, why would you have
So,
Michael Keaton be?
I guess
Thomas
he's
Wayne?
going to be the old
He's
Bruce
older.
Wayne. I mean, he's got to be the old Bruce Wayne then.
Right.
right there.
Yeah.
He's got to be. I mean, you can't take
If he's
Michael
not going to
Keaton.
be Thomas Wayne, that was my only two guesses. Either he's going to be Thomas Wayne or he's going to be old Bruce Wayne.
What if he's like, damn, Deathstroke or something? I drew a blank on his name.
No. I mean, he's coming back. He's going to be Batman.
What if they
But
totally flip it on us? You
they
never know.
were questioning: is he going to be Thomas Wayne Batman? Or
Yeah.
is he going to be Bruce Wayne Batman?
Are they
Yeah.
ready to have Wonder Woman? Who do Wonder Woman bang
that's
that?
that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out.
If they
And this is
If
going to
they
be in the
put him in-
Flashpoint movie, right? It's going to be a Flashpoint.
that's what I understood.
It's supposed to be Flashpoint Paradox.
Because in Flashpoint, it's Thomas Wayne and it's, in the comics.
Yeah, I mean, but they come out. I read an article. Maybe it was fucking fake news. I don't know.
Well, I mean, no,
I
I'm not
did.
confused
I was
either,
reading an article that said it was a very short article. It was just like clearing up the rumor. He will not play Thomas Wayne. So, I mean, and how are you going to have Michael Keaton play Thomas Wayne?
Well, they'll eventually
what I'm
release
saying?
to the public what role he's playing. And probably
But I mean,
preview or
how do
something.
you have Michael Keaton not play Bruce Wayne?
I would
How do you not have that?
if they were going to put Thomas Wayne in that though, you know who should have played it? Jeffrey Dean Morgan should have played it. Jeffrey Dean
I
Morgan
could see that.
I'd
should
say-
have played Thomas Wayne.
I could see
Most
that.
definitely. He's even said that he wants to play it because he played. What is
I
it?
mean, I could see him as Bruce.
He played Thomas Wayne in the Justice League movie. I think I'm pretty sure with the girl that plays Maggie from The Walking Dead. They play Thomas and Martha
Hmm.
in the
In
Justice League movie. In Justice League, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Which Justice League movie? Which one?
the 2017.
Oh,
Isn't that supposed to be the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson coming? Did we talk about that once?
yeah. Yes.
But yeah, Michael Keaton there is going to make us all go watch it. So whatever he does, we know we're all going to be sitting there front row for that.
Okay. That's a little bit. That's a little bit to look up right now. I have to dig. Hold on.
I was afraid I was having to fill a
Yeah,
lot of dead
I'm
air
gonna probably
there
have
as
to
you type.
dig for that. So we'll just say, that he did play Thomas Wayne in that movie. It would make sense if he did play Thomas Wayne in Justice League. That would make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did because that's.
What if he's going to play that useless Hawk character with the hammer? What are they called again? Who's that? Exactly.
That was in Justice League.
No, they're a Justice League member.
No, that wasn't in Justice League. That's Batman versus Superman. I don't know why I kept on saying Justice League. I'm pretty sure it's Batman versus
That's
Superman.
probably why I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Who was I thinking about just now, though? The characters, they have hawk wings and they have a
Yeah,
mace.
that's
Who was that?
definitely why you can't find it.
Okay.
All right. So
Just don't answer the question, I guess.
I'm sorry, but what'd
Yeah.
you say?
Who are the people with the big mace and the wings and
Hawkman?
yeah. That's such a
yeah,
useless
the guy
fucking
that looks
character.
like the man that looks like a Hulk. What's his name?
Yeah.
What's that dude's name? Yeah, the man that looks like a Hulk. So yeah,
Oh, man.
hopefully we get Michael Keaton back as Bruce.
Is my
Wayne,
camera still on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
you're
right, yeah,
beautiful. You are.
You're the
fucking
prettiest
beautiful,
thing here,
baby.
Caleb.
You're the
Yeah.
You're the prettiest. You're
So,
the prettiest.
yeah.
You're the fucking belle of the ball. You are the
Yeah,
belle of the
Jeffrey
fucking
Dean Morgan
ball.
did play Thomas Wayne in Batman versus Superman. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some like real deep cut shit, man. They can fucking pull that off.
Yeah.
Pull it off. Let's segue real quick. The week before the van incident, me and Corey here, we went and live streamed a Juneteenth event.
It was marvelous.
And it was a lot. Obviously, it's covering up the Chasing Muse podcast studio logo, but it was a good time, man. And the freaking Dippin' Dots.
The Dippin' Dots.
But did you want to talk about your experience, like the first time going and live streaming, and
right?
then
Like
your experience with the June, because that was my first Juneteenth event. I'd never been to one before.
Definitely my first Juneteenth event. Honestly, the first time I really celebrated Juneteenth, like celebrated it. Like when we first got there, my anxiety kicked in. I got nervous as hell. I'm like, Mike, just give me something so I can hold it. I don't want to stand here and be doing nothing.
It was like Caleb 2.0.
And then
literally, I was like, God damn, you're acting just like Caleb.
And then as it started and the speakers started talking and the poets and the music, and I realized that like some of my actual family was there, I was just moved by it. Like the speakers and the poets was my favorite thing. And they had this food truck, and I stood there for an hour waiting on my chicken and waffles, but man, it was worth it. It was so worth it.
They had I can't remember the guy's name, but there was a storyteller there, and you missed him. I had to show it to you afterwards because you helped me set up all the equipment, and then you went to go grab you something to eat. And dude, he was spectacular. I mean, he was fucking amazing.
You talk about the most beautiful woman in the world?
Who?
At Juneteenth, the event.
Who? What?
All of the women there were beautiful. You just ruined. You took away my damn thing.
You're talking about a specific one. Yes, it was an amazing time, man. We had a great time. Caleb didn't come out because Caleb doesn't come out to events. So every once in a while, right? Every now. But don't. I mean, it was literally like having you with me. Because as soon as as soon as we got there, his anxiety kicked in. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm here. There's people here." I'm like, "God damn." It's just like having Caleb here.
Don't think I'm all confident out there, America.
He represented.
I'm really not.
He fucking represented for you.
Yes, I did.
Social anxiety, man.
It is a bitch, especially when you realize it's real. It's like, oh fuck, that's a thing.
I have to bring this up real quick. We finally got the puppy. I went and got the puppy yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I went and got the puppy. Boom, puppy.
Oh.
Look at that cute motherfucker right there.
Already got a shirt on.
Yeah. She had her little ballerina clothes on. Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Her name's Ahsoka. After Ahsoka on Clone Wars. So
I'm glad you didn't show that picture after you talked about Schumacher's body count. But I brought it up again. So there I am.
Just so if anybody just tuned in, Joel Schumacher had sex with 20,000 men.
And may he rest in peace.
And may he rest in peace. I mean, if you put that many notches on your fucking bedpost, you ain't got a fucking bedpost.
I'm the one who got this started.
You ain't got a fucking bedpost after you do that shit. One other thing that Caleb and Corey both wanted to talk about, and I honestly have not read about it. I seen a fucking headline about it, but we got to bring it up, I guess. This guy right here.
Kanyesus? When he said poop-de scoop, poop-de scoop, poop-de whoop-de whoop, what he meant to say was, I'm going to run for president.
So, can you guys elaborate and tell me exactly what's going on with Kanye?
Kanye wants to be a distraction. They hired him to do it, so he's going to come do it well, I guess.
All
he's
right,
going to come get in the way
you're
for
going
a while.
all fucking conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy theory. What the fuck do you think is going to happen there?
You're going like a conspiracy
We
theory.
have enough mentally unstable people running for president now as it
the
is.
Illuminati have something to do with it?
He's a distraction.
Does he have any previous political experience at all?
Well, he is Jesus.
Besides the title Jesus. Does he
Uh,
have
well, we
any
know-
other experience?
Well, his album was called Graduation, that one album, so we know he graduated from something. So
Yeah.
we might be okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about Kanye for a minute. Go ahead. I love Kanye. I love his fucking music, minus the newer album.
Mike's being serious.
I am getting serious, man. Dude, like Kanye has been a big inspiration for me in life, man. I've listened to Kanye before his fucking first album, before College Dropout come out. I was listening to his mixtapes and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Kanye. I just transitioning into who he is now. I'm not mad at it, but it's so fucking different, man. And I can understand that he is a family man. He has kids, and he doesn't want to rap about the shit he was rapping about before. But you fucking like building a fucking colony and trying to create a fucking cult. The shit's fucking weird, man.
Jared Leto has a cult.
Jared
Really?
Leto?
Yeah. Have you heard about Jared Leto's Island? You ever heard about
No.
that? Yeah, you could pay. I don't want to
Jared
get off the
Leto?
Kanye subject.
No,
but,
go ahead.
Jared Leto has this island where you like it's supposed to be like enlightenment or whatever, and you can pay for whatever level of your stay is. Like the lowest cost, which is like 50,000. You can stay in the tents, but then there's this exclusive package where you get like a body massage and da da da. You can look it up. There's like I thought we did that on the podcast once. Was that us or was that another podcast I was on?
Oh, that must have been your other podcast. Is that your other podcast?
Chill out, chill out,
Oh,
chill out.
Okay.
Chill out. I got podcast
That's
people
okay,
all
man.
over the place. All right.
We'll go over our podcast.
We're gonna
somewhere
collab
else,
with them.
man.
They want to collab with us, by the way. I hope
Oh, you want to go fucking podcasting
Okay.
around? We
You
see
wanna
how it
go
is.
out
I'm like,
podcast
they're
somewhere
probably
else,
watching
man?
this shit right
You
now
wanna
while
go
you're talking
podcast
shit.
somewhere else, man? You go over there.
No, but what I was
podcast,
saying,
man.
Jared Leto literally has an island, and he has his cult or whatever.
But you know what? I
Yeah,
believe
that's
that he
crazy,
would do
man.
that. I totally believe that he would do that because he's strange.
He is.
He's a little strange. He's
30
kinda
Seconds to
weird.
Mars is basically the metal version of Coldplay. From yesterday.
I love Kanye. I love his music. It breaks my fucking heart, man, when people, I guess when he does shit that people make him out to be a joke. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean,
I can definitely I can relate to you on that. It hurts when something that you feel strongly about when they make some wrong decisions or something like that, people throw it in your face and then tell you that one of the people that you've looked up to your whole life is a piece of shit, which is pretty much what you do to me every time I talk to you about anything I like. So yeah, man, I get where you're coming from.
I'll tell you what, because I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. But
getting existential here.
this is something that I didn't plan on bringing up. But I was talking to Rob last night about this article that I read that Mark Tremonti, the guy from Creed and Creed, Alter Bridge, and Tremonti.
He made another band?
Yeah, he had 3 bands.
I remember Alter
He's
Bridge.
got like his own
Guitar
gear
player.
now,
Guitar
dude. He's
player.
got his own gear. It's crazy. He's on
he's-
guitars.
Number one, he's a very underrated guitar player.
Yeah,
Very underrated. Fucking dude.
yeah, he's pretty awesome, man.
But I was reading this article where he was at the show. It was like some kind of festival or whatever, and he was saying that he went out on stage. He was playing. When he come off the stage, James Hetfield walked up to him and said, "Dude, you just fucking killed that shit, man. Good job." And he was talking about like James Hetfield when he goes to festivals and shit. James don't just go and watch shit. He has to want to go watch it. So for him to have went and watched his show meant the fucking world to him. He was like, dude, James Hetfield just watched me play. And he didn't watch me play just because he was passing through. He watched me play because he wanted to watch me play. And he come out there to watch me play.
And
It was
that's
like fucking like kind of like
cool.
I bet that like freaking made his life, man.
yeah, same thing with like fucking with Ghosts. James Hetfield went out his way to watch Ghosts. It wasn't like he was just there watching Ghost. He was there to watch Ghost. You know what I'm saying?
He wanted to see it with his soul in his eyes.
I mean, so
let me tell my soap goblin story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me sit the fuck back and hop up in that mic and tell us this.
Before I start, let me preface this by saying this happened, and I don't know what the thing is yet, but I discovered over the past couple of weeks that something in my house comes out of the wall, some living creature, and steals my soap. Now you're thinking, what the fuck's he talking about?
Why is it not stealing food?
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
Why is it stealing your soap?
What happened was I took a shower one day and I put the soap down on the shower, when I was finished, and left, and come back the next day to take another shower, and it's gone. The first time I'm thinking, okay, whatever, I grab a new bar of soap. It happened 3 times. I'm like, hold up, I live alone. Where the fuck is my soap going? So one day I took a shower and I specifically put the soap down and I sat in the other room and I just listened. And I heard this scratching sound, this tumbling sound, like something came out the wall in there. And I go back in there and the soap's gone. Something steals my soap. What the fuck eats soap? Like, you know what I'm saying? I eat nothing but Doritos and snack foods and pizza. I figured that's way better to go at than my soap.
I don't know. It's so strange.
The thing is, I'm poor too. I can't buy soap like that. Damn it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So it was like bar soap. It ate it.
Just regular.
4 bars of Irish Spring soap have been taken by this thing.
4 bars. Wow, man.
I think I got a leprechaun. That's racist. I'm sorry.
Irish
Anyway,
Spring. I know. I'm totally convinced it's a white dude. Because
you think he just wants to bathe in my walls? I got a homeless white guy in the wall.
I've honestly never heard of a black dude using Irish Spring, man. I'm just saying. That's
what I use.
Yeah.
I use Irish Spring
but
too.
you're a white dude.
Soap is soap.
You're a white dude. I've never heard of a black dude using Irish Spring. I could be wrong.
I was at Dollar General. I saw the 4 bars were like $5, and I grabbed them.
Dude, that's a good deal, man. That's a really good deal.
Yeah. I said 4 bars, $5. Probably not the right thing, but it wasn't $5. But it was definitely 4 bars. But
yeah.
So, what creature could be stealing your soap?
Like, is there any soap eating creatures?
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. I was going to type it in.
It freaks me out.
I don't think a mouse or something would try to get a piece of soap.
Do you realize that now every time I take a shower, I literally take my soap into the kitchen and put it on the kitchen sink so it doesn't get taken?
What if you have to tie a rope around it, like prison style, and tie it to your bathtub somehow?
I should try to trap it. What if I have a mythical creature in there or something? Like a soap fairy.
Soap fairy. I was gonna say the same damn thing.
Something.
That's crazy.
But yeah, something steals my soap.
Something steals your soap.
Tinkerbell's in there stealing their Irish Springs.
Caleb, what were you telling us about Josh Whedon and
yeah, so Ray Fisher went on Twitter and he was like, he posted a video of him at a Comic-Con, and I remember the Comic-Con that he posted from, and it was a video of him saying that Josh Whedon was a good guy, and he was excited about the movie and it was going to be really good.
What
He's
movie?
pretty much like Justice League, and then he was like, I retract this statement completely. And he tweeted that, and then he tweeted pretty much that Joss Whedon was, really disrespectful to the cast and crew, and that a lot of stuff happened that was inappropriate. And unfortunately, in one of the articles that I read, it said that a lot of it was fueled. In one of his tweets, he said a lot of it was fueled by Jeff Johns, which is like one of my favorite writers, man. So that kind of hurt to see. That kind of really hurt to see. Another executive, I forgot who they said that it was, the other executive, because Jeff Johns just stuck out so much to me. I forgot the other name, man. It really hurt my feelings, but but he said that they fueled a lot of Joss's behavior on set. That's what he said in another tweet. And then Kevin Smith on Fat Man Beyond, I took a screenshot of the article I read. It actually quoted what he said, because I went on Twitter and I was like, okay, well, maybe he tweeted something, because Ray Fisher tweeted and he was like, thank you at Kevin Smith, and tagged him. So I was like, maybe he tweeted something about it, but he didn't. He said something about it on Fat Man Beyond, the podcast he does. So I actually had to look up
Ralph Garman.
Yeah, I had to look up an
No.
article.
That's with not Ralph Garman. Oh shit, man. Oh my god.
Was
why
it
can't-
Dante?
All right, good. Yeah.
No, I can't remember.
Oh
his
man.
name.
Oh,
don't know
how
who
the
it is
hell
at
I
all.
can't remember. All right, continue on. Continue on.
He was in that Hire show too, though, won't he? That little show that little mini show he done about weed that you tried to get me to watch a couple of years ago. He was like, this is a different guy.
Yeah, this is that's a different guy.
You talking about weeds?
Okay.
We're
No, this is like some kind of little Kevin Smith mini series that came on some kind of little
Mark
crowdfunded
Bernardin.
things.
Mark
Oh.
Bernardin is the guy.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond.
But
And he's in the industry. He's worked on a lot of stuff, man. And I think he's a writer. I can't really remember right now. It's slipping my mind. But Mark Bernardin is an amazing individual. He is. And that's why Kevin Smith does a podcast with him. So, but go ahead, continue. I interrupted.
But he said in the podcast, and this is quoted, it says, "Remember when I went to the Skywalker set, some people who had worked on both versions of Solo and both versions of Justice League, the special effects guy said there was a fair amount of trashing Zack's version of the movie on set by Joss that would cut down, dismiss, and be negative about Zack's version, which he had seen and all these people had made together without him."
Sounds like a pissing contest to me.
Yeah. And then I guess Ray Fisher heard about this on his podcast, and he said, "Thank you, Kevin Smith, I guess, for kind of backing him up, being another voucher of this behavior that was going on." But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I hated to hear that, but a lot of people are excited about this new Zack Snyder's cut, and because apparently a lot of it was left out, and some people love it, some people hate it. Apparently, there was enough of a response from the fans that they wanted to do this Zack Snyder thing. So, I'm excited for it. Hopefully it's good. And I hope everything works out. As far as the behavior, that's unfortunate, man.
Sounds like some card shop shit. Like a bunch of Magic players with good decks trying to fuck with each other. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, "Look at my dick." Oh, your
But
dick's bigger?
his main focus though was basically the treatment of the cast and the crew. Though he said it had inappropriate behavior, and he didn't go into detail, but that was the gist of what he said. So
You said Kevin backed him up, huh?
yeah, with the behavior kind of being having ill intent towards other people.
Right. Before we continue, I got to do something I don't want to forget before I forget. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike. Wednesday, my buddy Michael Luck has I want to say the right term. He has a blog where he cooks. It's called A Pot of Luck. And I will be a special guest on Wednesday making Gator with the homie Michael Luck. So y'all check that out. Follow A Pot of Luck on Facebook if you want to see some good cooking.
Making what?
Heck yeah.
Gator, alligator meat.
Alligator.
I said gator. You said he said I was too black for Irish Springs, but he didn't understand when I said gator.
No, I just wanted to make sure that's what you were talking about.
Alligator.
No,
Alligator.
well, you know what? For some reason, because you told me that before, I thought you said gay, like gala or gay. I don't know what the fuck.
That's where we're cooking.
I didn't realize that you
gala.
said gator. And no,
Gator don't play no shit.
You know what? Gator's a white person thing too.
Huh?
Yeah. The motherfuckers in Louisiana.
Food is not
What was
limited
that?
to a race.
What's that? Alligator hunters or whatever it was.
Yeah, and if you're a black from Louisiana, you probably eat that shit. It's not a race thing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'd eat it, but
I'd try anything. I want to eat a penguin. If someone killed a penguin, think about it, man. Some fried penguin.
I think Caleb, do you remember the penguin and the walrus? No.
No.
All right.
That sounds like a weird sex story. What are you talking
It
about?
is a weird sex story. Like there was like this there's this video of like these people went to go they went to go study these penguins, and when they got there they figured out the walruses were actually raping the penguins. Bullshit.
Mike lets us all know how that we're right with God.
Not only
Walruses were
not only did they observe this, they recorded it So there's video of these walrus raping
Oh
these penguins.
man, and you know what? Walruses are pretty well endowed.
Imagine the sound. They're like, I'm sorry,
Oh,
that's fucked up.
you-
Stop it, Mike.
Oh,
I'm
man,
telling you.
that sucks. That really
right
sucks
now,
for-
right
really
now,
feel
there's a
sorry for
place
those
that there could
penguins,
be a penguin being raped by a walrus.
Dude,
Rape is never funny in any term, in any sense of the word. Rape is not funny. Rape is not funny. Next subject.
All right. So I think that we're going from raping walruses. Well, penguins being raped by walruses. I think that's a perfect segue
Comic Corner. I think
into
I'm bad.
Caleb's
wow.
Comic Corner.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So let's get into
Really?
Caleb's Comic Corner.
Okay. All right.
So we actually said what comic we were going to be doing this week, and I bought everybody the comic, and I didn't read it, so I haven't had time. But there it is.
I gave mine a healthy skin.
There it is. Boom. I'll bring up right there. Boom. Joker 80th anniversary. So what I need you to do, Caleb, is give me a spoiler-free review of this comic.
Spoiler-free review. Okay.
Spoiler-free review of this comic.
There
because-
are some great writers in this book. By the way, this is the back of the book. That's pretty cool. That's the little. I'm trying to get the right camera angle here. Yeah,
Oh, you got it. We see it.
Yeah.
You're at it.
that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so it's 100 pages. It's a pretty big book. I think it's also $10. So there's that.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
it's a special book. I mean,
Yeah, it's they don't do these, and if you don't get these when they come out, then you're gonna have a really, really hard time finding them down the line, and they only get more expensive. So that's the thing about these books. So it's really good that you get them when they come out. It's got a lot of special. It's got another really cool part. It has really a lot of the like essential Joker covers throughout his history in the first couple of pages. One of them is actually a poster I have hanging up here.
all right, well, let me ask you this real quick. The cover that we showed just now, because it's a whole lot of different covers.
That's the 2010s
That's it.
variant.
That's the 2010s. Okay.
Yep, that's the like the Death of the Family when he cuts his face off. I was pretty stoked that you gave me this cover too. That was pretty awesome because I really love that run. So I have that run. I own all the graphic novels and stuff. It's pretty awesome.
I remember
But,
Death of the Family. That was a good one.
Yeah. The whole cutting his face off, that shit was just wild, man. That was just something different. But they have some of like the best writers in comics, and as a matter of fact, Denny O'Neil has a story in this book.
Shit.
Yeah, introducing
Rest
the
in
Dove Corps.
peace, man. We just talked
Introducing
about
the
it on the last podcast. man.
Yeah, it's a story called Introducing the Dove Corps. Some of the other writers, Peter J. Tomasi, he's done a lot of Superman. He's a really good writer. Paul Dini, he's another great writer. He's done the animated series. He done the original Batman animated series, the comics. He's just a great writer. Tom Taylor, this guy right here is a new writer that I just found out about. He's doing this new series called Deceased, and we're definitely going to read that on here. I just read the whole graphic novel,
Okay.
and man, it was really good. So he's one of my top 5 writers right now. Tom Taylor, he does a story called Birthday Bugs. Scott Snyder, he's a really popular writer. He does the Court of Owls and all that stuff. The Death of the Family we were just talking about. He's the writer for all of that. He does the first story in the book called Scars. James Tynion the Fourth, he's another great writer. He's doing currently, I think he's doing Batman right now. And yeah, he's a great writer. Greg Miller, Tony Daniel. It's just filled with just.
All right. So how many
Great,
stories
great
are we looking at?
Oh, we're looking at, I think it's 10 stories in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how many was in
And
the-
there are, hold on, well, let's count the variants. It's 40s. There's a 40s variant, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
Where's
2000s, and 2010.
you have yours? You had yours with you.
Yeah, it's in your car.
Okay. Well, I know. I think the one I had was the 90s.
Yeah,
I think the one I had was the 90s. Now, is do you remember how many stories was in the Detective Comics 1000 issue?
Oh, no, but I have it right over here. Hold on.
Boom.
We like comic books, y'all.
We if you're listening now, we actually, me and Caleb, Corey wasn't there for this one, but we actually did an episode where me and him sat back and we talked about the Detective Comics
I'm really
1000.
Hey, I'm really super stoked about this variant I have of Action Comics 1000, so I just wanted to show that. It's
Right?
Yeah, I love that.
All right.
That was a personal joke I didn't understand. I'll learn that later. I guess.
And this is my
Detective Comics 1000.
Yep. And my buddy Mike got me that too.
I'm gonna tell you what, I don't know who your buddy Mike is, but he seems like a really fucking amazing dude, man.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Amazing dude. He seems amazing. Huge. I bet he's huge.
You know what? They don't list the stories in the book. Maybe they list the stories in the back. Maybe.
Well, it was multiple stories. I just kind of wondered if they kind of go with the same thing with the stories and the amount.
It's about the same size, but I don't know if it has 10 or not.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know it's huge.
It's huge.
It's a huge book. Like the 80th of Joker is huge.
It's huge.
But let's get back to Joker. Was there a story that stuck out of the 10 that made you say, "Wow, whoa"?
Yeah. There's a new character that they just made to kind of compete with Harley Quinn a little bit called Punchline.
And is this in this comic? Is that like her first appearance?
Basically, no. This isn't her first appearance, but her origin story was put into this book, and it's pretty crazy. We'll just leave it at that.
All right. So, was that your favorite story out of this issue?
It was the wildest one, I think. It was one of the wildest ones. Yeah.
All right. Who were the artists and the writers on this one?
Let me hold on. Let's just put it back up. Let's see.
I know. Now, believe it or not, the Detective Comics 1000. After I read it and Caleb read it, Kevin Smith actually had a story in it, and I think me and Caleb talked about it. I think his story was probably the best one in Detective Comics 1000. Like, obviously, I'm all on Kevin Smith's dick, but it's the story was fucking amazing. Yeah, and I'll tell you about it when we get done. But go ahead, Caleb.
That story is called "What Comes at the End of a Joke," and it's the one written by James Tynion IV, and the artist is Mikhail. I think it's Janin or Jenin. I'm not sure.
Something like that. Okay. All right. So to you, that was probably the most interesting story that come out of the whole book. Or you said the most.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the most, but it was the one that I was like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
You know?
Now let's compare this, since you already have you have Action Comics 1000, you have Detective Comics 1000, and then you have this Joker 80th anniversary. Which one?
I had to say the Joker.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of the 3 books?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I had to say the Joker
one.
Now
we did the bugs. We did Action Comics 1000 on an episode, right?
I think we did.
I'm pretty sure we did, because isn't there there's a story where Superman they're like trying to throw an event for Superman. And
yeah. Okay. We done it.
So yes, we did do that one, and I think I've read most of it. But I'm not a Superman fan. So.
This definitely had the craziest stuff in it, and I think that's probably why I like it the best. It has some crazy stuff in it, and I like crazy stuff, so that's probably why I think it's the best.
All right, man. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put this?
I'd give it a 9.
A
I'd
9?
give it a 9. Yeah.
Yeah, just the one story you're talking about on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you give it?
I'd give that like a 9.5. I'd give that damn near perfect, but it wasn't perfect, but it was damn near perfect. I don't want to be throwing 10s out left and right, man. So I'm gonna have to go with 9.5 on that.
It's hard to keep up with the fucking numbers that we've give shit to. The only thing
We should make an Excel chart.
we should make a chart. We should go all the way back to where we started doing this and make a chart and look.
But
at
it's kind of like
what
we go back and forth to like read or not read, and then we go back to the numbers, like because I was just doing, this is a thumbs up, thumbs down,
Yeah, well, we're doing the numbers. Well, you know what? You're right though. You are right. We had kind of decided we were just going to be like read it or don't read it.
Yeah,
So obviously this would be a read it.
most definitely.
So hell yeah, man.
I hate touching mine. I hate taking
hate
it out of the
touching
plastic.
yours.
It's like precious to me. Like I haven't had a new comic in so long.
Yeah,
So whenever
man.
I go to read, I'm just like, I feel like I should be wearing gloves and like have
Yeah.
tweezers to change each page.
Yeah, I worry about because I keep my comics upstairs in my house, and it gets really hot, man, and that's just horrible for the books. I'm gonna have to look into finding some room
It needs
downstairs,
to be a
making some shelves or
controlled
something.
climate,
Right.
and no,
Yeah.
not too hot, not too
Not too
cold.
cold. Yeah, got to be
It has to
just
be
right.
Just
Room temperature.
has to be just right.
Room
Perfect.
temperature.
And I mean, did you guys have anything else?
I did actually.
and
And I want to play a game with this. All right.
All
You
right,
guys
you
have
wanna
to
play-
close your eyes as I read this and do thumbs up if you agree that we do this in our podcast and the thumbs down if we don't. It's 10 tips you need to rock your podcast. So both of y'all close your eyes and then whoever, if you think we're doing, if the thing
I'll
I
tell you
name,
what, because I don't want to close my eyes. I'm sure Caleb doesn't want to close his eyes because he's just showing
that
his
just
face.
ruins the game. But
I
okay.
can no. I can click off. I can make us not see Caleb.
Well, the
Okay.
point was to have both of y'all reacting differently on camera.
but everybody see it. But I can click over here
Okay.
and we don't see Caleb.
Okay, that works. That
All right.
works. All right.
So here we
You
go.
do a thumbs up if you think we do this and a thumbs down if we don't. All right.
Are you ready, Caleb?
So I'm guessing. What am I guessing?
You're just gonna go like this, or you're gonna go like this.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Do we have a specific niche we target?
And we had to go
Thumbs up
are
or
we gonna
thumbs down?
discuss it? Are we gonna discuss
If you
it,
want to.
or- Okay. I mean, yeah and no. I mean, I think our niche is that we just talk a little bit of shit, but we discuss comic books and stuff. So yeah,
All right.
I'll go thumbs up.
All right.
Yeah. And am I supposed to tell them what I'm doing?
No, the point was just for the audience to see.
Okay.
But,
All right. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Do we avoid excessive jargon? No, the hell we don't. No.
Yeah, that's a thumbs down. We definitely do a lot of excessive jargon.
did you know that Joel
No, shut
Joel
up, Mike.
Schumacher fucked 20,000 dudes?
I do now.
Up,
right.
man.
And I also know
Okay.
what's that guy from Alf with the crack? What was that
Oh,
again?
Yeah,
That was like the
dude
first
from
podcast
Alf,
we did.
The dad from Alf. Yeah, he's that's a whole like you have to go back and listen to that shit.
Anyway, do we maintain a specific routine on our podcast? Hell no. To the 7:30,
Hell
8:30,
no.
9:30,
No.
Are we overly rigid?
Overly rigid.
We're all individually rigid about certain things. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
could've
I'm rigid. Yeah, I'm rigid.
But overly rigid?
I'm
Are we
overly rigid.
overly rigid?
I'm overly rigid. I will say I'm overly rigid.
Okay.
I'm rigid when it comes to
So we
Nintendo and
are.
timing.
All right. Well,
And okay. Do we edit thoroughly? Mike, do you edit thoroughly?
Yeah, Mike's
when-
the only one that can attest.
well, yeah. Well, when we're doing this, no.
Right.
But yes, when we just do audio, yeah, it's as thorough.
Speaking of that, Mike, this is the last video, right? We're going back to video after this.
You
I
did
mean,
agree to that.
that's on you. I mean,
I think that was the agreement. Yeah.
it's the agreement, man. But look how fucking awesome we look, dude.
No,
Look how awesome
Did
we
Mike-
look.
Get
Okay,
back to
well,
audio.
we'll talk about it later on. But yes, potentially this is the very last live stream.
I'm really
that we're
sad about it,
doing.
guys, but
No, you're not.
No, it's okay. I'll make you happy again. Did Mike tell you about our other agreement, Caleb?
Mm-mm.
I've been waiting to tell the audience too. Remember, we talked about it earlier. If we get up to 3,000 viewers within the next 4 podcasts, like combined with all the numbers, me and you are gonna mud wrestle or Jello wrestle.
Well, here's the problem. There's a pandemic going on, and
We'll wear masks.
We're gonna have trouble. But we're gonna have trouble getting a swimming pool.
Huh?
We're gonna do it in a swimming pool.
We gonna find a way.
But see,
Get a kiddie pool.
We'll find a way.
We're gonna have an issue finding a swimming pool. But yes.
Did you hear that, people?
Yes.
If the number between this episode and the next 3 equals up to 3,000, no, I won't say 3,000. I'm gonna say 500. We get 500 viewers. Me and this man are gonna mud wrestle
in Jello
or Jello or whatever.
You know what? What's that shit called? Like dirt. Like when you get the gummy bears and the Oreo cookies.
Oh shit! What is that called?
What's that shit called?
I don't know.
What's it called, Caleb? All right, well, go ahead. Go ahead. You had a few things left.
Okay. All right. The next one is: do you make your editing obvious? I'd say no. You don't.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, not on this.
Right.
No, I don't think so at all.
And the last one is: do we keep our podcasts 30 seconds or less? 30 minutes or less. I said seconds.
No.
Wow.
Like, well,
Absolutely. It's usually at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, we try to keep it at an hour.
Yeah,
but that's what we do. We're keeping it.
I've had multiple verbal slip ups this time, and I really hate it when I do that. It's really like inside.
But that I like that. I like that we did that because
I mistake the Smashing Pumpkins for what song earlier? Closing time.
Closing time. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But if that's all we got, man, I had one other thing I wanted to talk about real quick. That was kind of near and dear to my heart, and that I wanted to bring up. Look, Haley said, "I will literally fund the kiddie pool myself."
Yes. Haley said that. She'll do it too.
Well, let me.
She'll do it.
Well, here's the thing.
All
right, here's the thing.
Yes, thank you, Haley.
Here's the thing. Is that I have been trying to find my kids just a blow up pool. Like every year I get the kids a blow up pool. It usually costs like $30-$40. But with this whole pandemic thing going on, I guess everybody's bought them up, or they couldn't ship from China. They couldn't ship them from China. So
China.
That $30 or $40 pool, that blow up pool, is now $150 fucking on Amazon.
Whoa. Oh, that's like Nintendo Switches right now. Them motherfuckers are like $500, $600.
Oh, well, let me tell you, it's the same thing.
We can wrestle in hand sanitizer.
We can do that.
Brandon just thank you, Brandon.
We can do that. But
comments coming in. I'm excited.
All right, but here's the thing: like Jude's birthday is coming up on the 13th, and he wanted a bike. That's the only thing he wanted, and a puppy. He didn't know he was getting the puppy. He got the puppy, but he wanted a bike. And I went into Target. Nobody had fucking bikes. I went to Target, Walmart, and they had just a handful of bikes. I was able to get him one. He's happy with it. But it's a lot of strange shit going on because of this fucking pandemic shit.
It's unfortunate, man. It's really taking a toll on the world and everybody's life, man.
Yeah. The Coronavirus.
All right. So, if that's it.
That's it.
Real quick, I did want to bring up something that I know you guys really, you're not going to know who this guy is, but last night I found that a guy passed away that I wanted to bring up. The guy's name was Scott Holden. He was this is him right here with Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith. Me and him was friends on Facebook. We interacted some. He was huge in the View Askew well, not really in the View Askew universe, but in the fandom. Everybody knew who this guy was. He had a podcast. Well, he had a couple podcasts. He had one called Clerks. It was like Clerks in a Minute, where he did like a review on Clerks, and it was just like he would review it like every few minutes of the movie, each episode. And then he had That Man on Batman. And he actually had Kevin on some episodes and stuff. I hate to see that he's gone. He seemed like an amazing person. Like I said, I didn't personally know him, but through social media, I knew him. He seemed like an amazing individual, and I just felt like I wanted to bring it up because I got pretty emotional last night when I found out he had passed, and I just hate that, man. I hate it. A lot of people that are on the Facebook groups for Kevin, they know who he is. Today, Kevin actually tweeted out that he had passed away, and send out his condolences and stuff. So I mean, Kevin recognized that he had passed. So I hate it, man. He seemed like a great guy. He seemed like he had a few troubles going on in the world. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but
May he rest in peace.
yeah. And
Rest in peace.
I hate to end on a down note, so I'm not going to. Brandon said, "Caleb is so pretty," and you know what, Brandon? You fucking right. Goddamn right.
Let me smell your tank, Caleb.
You're so pretty. You're so pretty. All right, man.
Thank you to my friends out there
Thank
supporting
you,
the
my
podcast.
friend.
Yeah, so Caleb, you said
Thank
this
you,
is gonna be the
Brandon.
last time. You said this is gonna be the last time. I don't think so. I think that we can we at least do this like once a month?
I don't know, man.
Will you pop it
I
in your
don't know.
face, man? Well, let me
I don't know.
ask you this. All right, because let's be real for a minute. The reason you don't want to show your face is because you have anxiety. You don't really like doing that shit. How bad has this been with people
It's
being
not.
able to see your face?
It's not been too bad.
Is it?
But
I mean,
I
Have we
wouldn't
had more
say that I
viewers?
still enjoy it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe once a month. We'll do.
I don't know. I don't know.
We
Maybe we
do,
can think about it.
Well, regardless, we're gonna get back to doing our audio. We're gonna get back to doing our audio.
We can hear our own
podcast.
voice in the earphones.
We'll be able to hear our own voice. In the headphones.
Yay! I can't wait
We're
for
gonna
that.
get back to doing audio, and we're gonna get it back on a consistent schedule, like we were doing these live, like we were doing these Facebook lives. We're gonna get back. We're gonna do it consistent and make it happen, man.
I think
Yeah.
the main reason we say it consistent is because I don't have a job, and I'll bug you when you get off work.
Well, I mean, no. The thing about it was the pandemic shit was going on.
Uh-huh.
It's easier if you can just sit at your house and do it, and we don't have to get together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
We
do got
won't
the
get
new
together.
phone. One for the
Yeah.
plug and one for the.
So, but hey, this has been fucking awesome. Everybody got to shoot Caleb Jean's pretty little face, and yeah,
Yep.
I think Caleb, you go ahead and send us out of here, bud.
By the great Barry Allen, life doesn't give us purpose. We give life purpose.
And make sure whatever you do in fucking life, go out in the world and you chase your fucking muse.